One other aspect I want to talk about is, let's take our company, InfoEdge. Until about 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, sustainability was not a discussion for us. Right? I remember I went to an investor conference talking to investors, and across the table, I was asked, what's your ESG score like? I didn't know what ESG was. I said, ESG? He says, yeah, I've got a report which says that, listen, you are B+. But on everything else, you're A+ or A. So he gave me a report. Somebody had done some rating. I had not seen it earlier. So I came back from that conference and I, championed it internally. Listen, there's something called ESG, right? And we have to improve in this area. So very often it's led by governments, by next-gen employees, but also by investors and shareholders. Okay? The thought was planted in our head, and we learned that actually we are not B+, we are probably A-. It's just that we haven't talked about it or disclosed the information. So that was the easy fix. And then from A- to A and A+, we had to make an effort. Right? But the point is that very often investors, foreign investors especially, and this is a foreign investor, they sometimes are thought leaders and they ask these questions. And then for listed companies, it matters.
So just dig into that, Sanjeev, a little bit, and maybe share with us a couple of initiatives that you took at InfoEdge, to improve that score, or what are you looking at to get to that A+?
So I think we straight away moved to supplementing some of the energy sources with solar, replacing some of the transportation with EVs instead of internal combustion engines. We encourage use of public transport. Right? So we are essentially running an office, right? We are running an office, and we're not manufacturing anything. So it's not as if we have a dirty manufacturing process, but then replacing all the taps in the office with stuff that consumes less water. Right? So wherever we could do a bunch of things, we did that. And that also counts. Right? It's not as much as what Bikhchandani does, but we don't also consume as much as Bikhchandani does.
Going back to what I touched upon earlier, Sanjeev, about technology.
The other thing is, and this bugs people, that the default setting of the air conditioning is 26. And I perspire a lot, so I used to get mad. But then the CFO came and said, listen, you got to do this. Okay.
What's the temperature now?
26. Default is 26.
Okay. So,
but you see, what has also happened post COVID is, with remote working, you consume less air conditioning in the office also, and you consume less fuel coming to office also.